All right, let's jump right in. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about cute baby animals. Today, we're exploring a life that kicks off with a desperate scramble to escape your own family. This isn't just a life cycle. This is the ultimate survival guide, straight from the Komodo dragon's playbook.
And yeah, that quote pretty much says it all, doesn't it? From the absolute first second you crack open your egg, you are completely on your own. And everything that moves, and I mean everything, including the siblings hatching right beside you, sees you as a potential snack. It is just a brutal, unforgiving start to life.
So, here's the game plan. We're going to follow this incredible high-stakes journey through 4 main stages. You've got the tiny, vulnerable hatchling, the dangerous juvenile years, becoming a dominant adult, and finally, facing the challenges of being an elder. Seriously, think of each stage as leveling up in the world's toughest video game.
Okay, so picture this for a second. You're born into what feels like a hot, humid sauna, basically a hole in the ground. There's no welcoming party, no mother in sight. Your only mission, your only instinct is to get out, and to get out fast.
This really breaks down those first chaotic moments. You hatch, and your very first task is to not get eaten by your brothers and sisters. Then, it's a mad dash for the closest tree you can find. Why a tree? Because every adult dragon roaming the ground sees you as nothing more than a free McNugget. Your life, quite literally, depends on that first climb.
So, if you make it up that tree, congratulations, you can breathe for a second. You've just found your new home for the next few months. Life from now on is lived entirely up in the canopy, because the ground floor is basically a death trap patrolled by your own very hungry cannibalistic species.
So, your survival kit up in the trees is pretty simple, but it works. Your mottled scales are like a natural invisibility cloak. Your diet is, well, it's anything you can catch. Insects, small lizards, maybe a slow bird if you're lucky. Kind of like a college student's diet during finals week. And the golden rules are simple: find food, stay hidden, and whatever you do, don't fall.
But here's the thing. You can't live in the trees forever. You start getting bigger, more confident, and eventually you have to come down. It's time to leave that high-rise sanctuary and step into the high-stakes world on the ground.
Wow, the contrast could not be more stark. Life up in the trees was your safe zone. It was predictable, you were pretty much alone. But down here on the ground, it's the total opposite. It's crowded, it's chaotic, and every single rustle in the bushes could be your next meal, or it could be the predator that's about to make a meal out of you.
And this quote just nails it. There's no tutorial, no do-overs. It's all just trial and error. You're constantly learning, hunting whatever you can, practicing your stealth, and just trying to level up without getting taken out of the game for good. Every single decision is life or death.
So, after years of this brutal learning curve, you finally hit adulthood. You made it. But just surviving? That's not enough anymore. Now it's all about dominance. It's time to find, claim, and defend your own piece of this island.
And think about that number, 7 to 10 years. That's how long it takes to go from a tiny, terrified hatchling climbing a tree to a massive, ground-ruling adult. It's an incredibly long and dangerous apprenticeship just to get a shot at being the king.
Finding that territory is like trying to score a front-row seat at a sold-out concert. All the best spots are already taken by bigger, tougher dragons. So that leaves you with a choice. Keep looking, or fight for a spot. And with Komodo dragons who are armed with shredding teeth and venomous saliva, it almost always ends in a fight.
So, once you've secured your kingdom, the next big biological mission kicks in. You gotta pass on your genes. And if you thought fighting for territory was intense, the competition for a mate is somehow even more fierce.
The reality of Komodo courtship is just brutal. Males get into these epic wrestling matches to prove they're the strongest. The female, she basically just sits back and chooses the winner. And after she lays her eggs, she buries them and just walks away. There's zero parental care, and the whole cycle starts all over again, with a brand new generation left to fend for themselves from day one.
All right, so let's say you've survived it all. You've reached elder status. Maybe you're 15 years old, maybe more. You're a king, covered in scars that tell the stories of countless victories. But your reign can't last forever. There's always a younger, stronger challenger coming for your throne. And this is the final showdown. On one side, you've got the Elder King, all wisdom, experience, and scars. On the other side, the young challenger, pure strength, speed, and relentless ambition.
And you know, the truly poetic thing is that this challenger might even be one of your own offspring that you never even knew existed.
You know, whether the old king wins one last battle or is finally defeated, this fight, it signals the beginning of the end. He might have to retreat to the edges of his old kingdom, battered and broken. It's just the inevitable truth of this place. Power is temporary, and the cycle is absolutely unforgiving.
And so, we end on this question. As one life winds down, another dragon, one who survived that same frantic climb up a tree all those years ago, is now ready to take the throne. It is a relentless, brutal, and utterly fascinating cycle of survival. The king is dead. Long live the king.